Hello, Eurovision friends. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, Eurovision Histories. Hola, Portugal. For this, my rating and analysis video of the Portuguese entry for Eurovision 2025 and the winner of Festival da Canção, which was NAPA with their song Deslocado. When I read last night that they had actually won, I couldn't quite believe it for like 10 minutes because there were so many great songs in this year's Festival da Canção. At least five of them could have qualified easily from the semifinal, and I think at least three could have been an almost assured top 10 at Eurovision. And this one, I don't think is that. But, Portugal decided what they decided. They are from Madeira, which played a role. I think they got a huge televote from Madeira, probably. And then there were also lots of regional patriotism votes from the regional juries, which happens from time to time, but this year it was quite pronounced, it seems. But this is the Portuguese entry, so we're going to talk about it. And I will be analyzing different elements of the song and performance, giving points from 1 to 5. And then I'll also try to predict how Portugal will do with this song. Maybe this can qualify or maybe not. And then we'll also have a look at your votes and comments from the community tab of my channel. Now, I always start with the lyrics, and in this case, I'm happy I can first talk about the lyrics because I think they're the best thing about this song. As I said, the band is from Madeira, and this song is about returning to your home and returning to Madeira. Really beautiful lyrics. I translated them myself, so sorry if they're not 100% correct, but I think the gist of them you can get. I count the days, suitcase packed, the accumulated saudade, again, a Portuguese entry that uses the word saudade, so this concept of longing for something that you're missing. The accumulated saudade barely fits. From the blue, I see the garden emerge. Mom, look out the window. I'm coming home. So he packed a suitcase wherever he was, and now he's coming home to his mom. Because I came from far away, I came from the middle of the sea in the heart of the ocean. So another reference to Madeira there. I have my whole life, my path in Madeira, and then I'm thinking about returning to my home island peace, Madeira. So you can kind of understand why so many people in Madeira might have picked up the phone to vote for this song, because it is very much about their island and returning to their island, because I will never belong to that city, the sea of people, the different sun, the pile of concrete doesn't give me anything. So I'm guessing they're talking about maybe Lisbon or maybe another city in mainland Portugal where they went and tried to make it, and now they want to return home because that is where their heart lies. So something that a lot of young people, especially in Portugal, can relate to, I think. And I also think that a lot of mothers really liked listening to these lyrics and felt a lot of saudade for their kids returning home. So in the end, I gave 5 out of 5 points for these lyrics because I find them very, very beautiful. He also sings, "You will never understand the pain and the loneliness that he felt in the other city. I have the peace of being able to return." Really beautiful lyrics, and they really deserve these 5 stars. Now, for the voice, I think he sings this well. It's a very laid back vocal performance, which is nice from time to time, especially in Eurovision, where you have a lot of very, look at me vocal performances. It is not the most unique voice that he has. I do like the higher inflections that he does as well, but not one of my favorite vocal performances this year. Still, I gave 4 out of 5 because technically it was very well sung, and I kind of liked the laid back atmosphere here. Now, for the performance, I really like the glasses. Well done for that. And he performs as well. He shows a lot of emotion. It just misses something that really makes me interested in the entry. I watched all 12 finalists, and this was kind of one of the least interesting to me. And it also had to do with this very laid back performance. You don't have to throw the kitchen sink at us, which a lot of countries obviously do in Eurovision. So sometimes having a breather like this can be very nice. However, this is kind of stuck, it feels like, between a very intimate staging and a very out there staging. I think if they had made it more intimate, focused more on the main singer, and then also highlight some of the band members, have more interactions also between the band members, I might have been more interested in it. But the way it is at the moment, it's neither bad nor particularly interesting to me. So I gave 2.5 out of 5 for the performance. The staging, kind of similar, not sure about the outfits. It is obviously just a band performance. It's very laid back and relaxed, which is fine. Again, you don't need to throw the kitchen sink at me. However, I think for a national final, this is a fine staging because you want to focus on the lyrics and for people to really listen to what you have to say. For Eurovision, as people don't speak Portuguese in general, it will be very important, I think, to tell the story of the lyrics in the staging. It is a beautiful message in the song. Lots of people in Europe will be able to relate to that. A lot of people have left their hometown, including myself. And so both young people and their parents can relate to the message in the song. So you really have to tell the story more through the staging. I hope they do that for Eurovision. And then they can increase their chances of qualifying a bit at least. For the moment, it's neither amazing nor is it bad or anything like that. And so I gave 2.5 points here again. Now, at the peril of repeating myself, the song is also very sweet, laid back. I like the instrumentation. There's nothing in it I dislike, really, but it is also very inoffensive. There isn't a melody I can really remember or latch onto. It flows, it is very relaxed, and that's a very nice vibe. But it's also just a bit too uneventful for me to really like it, and that makes it feel a little bit bland after a while. Maybe I have to listen to it more because I was focused on other entries in Festival da Canção this year. But until now, it's not one of my favorites, unfortunately. And so I gave 2.5 again, 2.5 points out of 5, because that's kind of the middle. Because I have nothing that I dislike about it, but also nothing that really gets me excited to listen to the song again, unfortunately. So the song counts 3 times, the staging counts twice, and that means 3 out of 5 points for the Portuguese entry. It also means that my love affair with Portugal over the last couple of years has unfortunately ended a little bit. They were in my top 5 every single year for the last couple of years. This year, that is unfortunately not the case. Now, before I tell you my prediction for Portugal, do subscribe to this channel. Only a third of you watching this video are, and lots more videos on the songs of Eurovision 2025, news videos, lyric interpretations, lots of stuff will come out in the next couple of weeks, so do subscribe and join our little community. Now, for the prediction. Portugal is in semi-final 1 in the first half. The issue I see a little bit is that we have Slovenia, which is also a sweet, relaxed, unassuming entry, and that could take a few votes away from Portugal. I've seen a lot of people say that Cifablat from Ukraine and Portugal are very similar. I don't quite see that. And also a song like this that isn't really catchy or all that memorable being in the first half will not help it all that much. They have Switzerland, they have Spain here, which might help a bit. Portugal has a great record, actually, 4-year qualification streak and 63% in the last 10 editions. However, I just think that this song is too inoffensive, not noticeable enough at the moment. If they come up with a staging that really tells the story of the lyrics, this might improve its chances, but I still think even then, if this had the best staging I could imagine for it, it would be a borderliner. And so unfortunately, I think Portugal will not qualify with this entry. I'm very sorry about that because Portugal is one of my favorite countries. at Eurovision. If it does qualify, I think this could pick up a few jury votes, not a lot of televotes, and then be in the lower ranks of the final, but I just don't see it qualifying at the moment, unfortunately. Do let me know if you have a different opinion and think it can qualify. And before I let you go, let's look at your votes. I think a lot of fans of other artists in Festival de Canção voted here as well. 7% liked this a lot and gave it 5 stars, 13% gave it 4 stars, 30% gave it 3 stars, and 49% gave it 1 or 2 stars. There might be a bit of a Gustav effect of people that liked the fan favorites like Josh or Henka voting this down, and maybe the entry will grow on them once they listen to it a bit more closely. Maybe that will happen to me as well. But yeah, not a great starting point for this entry. Some of your comments. Worm says, the fact that the televote winner and the jury winner could have both easily qualified, yet the actual winner is dead on arrival. So you see lots of controversy there. Pena also says, what's wrong with my country? Josh, Fernando, and especially Diana were way better than this, yet the freaking televote prefers this. Song over works of art. It's not bad, but there were way better options to choose, and I'm truly disappointed. Portugal is for sure non-qualifying. And Manuela says, what the hell just happened? But I like it. Sincere, unpretentious, and enjoyable to listen to. I hope it qualifies. And Manuela gave it 4 stars. Then Peace Love Pig says, unpopular opinion, but I love this. It's such a beautiful and relaxing song. Also love the lyrics. They seem to be well thought out and speak of an unusual topic many can relate to in some way. Also, no, I want to visit Madeira. I agree. I also want to visit Madeira. It sounds really lovely. Then 828 Chris says, very boring, honestly, and a shock entry from Portugal. It just doesn't stick to me. To be honest, I had forgotten about this song altogether. His voice is all right, though. Reminds me of Jack Stauber. No idea who that is. Roxy Beasley says, you guys are being too dramatic. It's a good song and very typically Portuguese. It just doesn't have many chances at Eurovision. Gravy Sushi says, being in the half of the semi with Ukraine also having a retro band vibe and Slovenia having a chill, slow vibe, I see this having a very hard time qualifying. Nice background music, though. That's a bit harsh. And the Mr. Pushy says, unpopular opinion, but I absolutely love this. Glad for you. I got mad at the results, then listened to the winner and immediately loved it. The lyrics are so beautiful. It's so soft and such a tender vibe. I worry it will probably non-qualify, but I don't know. I love this. Thank you for your comments and your votes. Do subscribe to this channel if you don't want to miss any of my future videos. Let me know in the comments how you like the entry, how you predict its chances. And then if you subscribe, I might see you in my next video. See you then and bye-bye.